morning and happy Saturday. Shaping up to be a beautiful fall day where I am. I don't know how it is by you, but let me know. So today I wanted to talk about what to do with that great book idea. I've heard from several people in the past couple of weeks saying, I've always wanted to write a book, or I have a great idea for a book, or whatever, and I don't know what to do with it. So this is what you do. The first thing is celebrate the fact that you have a great book idea, because not everybody ever gets a great book idea. The next thing is you literally just want to start writing. And I know that sounds really basic, and it kind of is, but I think that's where people get stuck, is they think that they have to sit down and like write this book all in one shot. And that's not it at all. Just grab a scrap paper or a journal, or open up just a Word document or a notes file and just start writing down your ideas, sentences or phrases that come to you, just whatever. It's not sit down and write a book. It's sit down and write down your ideas. Write down what you want to achieve with the book, what it's, your basic themes, whatever it is, just write things. And then eventually you go back and you put those ideas into a book. But it's like a multi-phase process. So the first thing you're going to do, you're just going to sit down and you're going to write down your ideas. So let's say you have this great idea for a book and it's about your experience hiking. I'm going to borrow, Abby, I'm borrowing this from your life. It's about your experience hiking the New Hampshire 48. Okay. And my friend Abby is also a writer, so this could potentially be a book. So let's say that's your idea. You'll sit down and you'll say, okay, I want to write about the time I hiked all of the New Hampshire 48 highest, 40,000 foot peaks. Great. So you sit down and maybe you've got, a story you want to share about Mount Washington. You write down that story. And then maybe there's, just a really beautiful view that you remember. You write that down. So far, this is not organized at all. It's just little stories, little vignettes, little anecdotes you want to share. Once you have all of those bits and pieces you want to share, then you can come back to that and say, okay, you can look at, do you want to do this chronologically, just in the order that you hiked them in? Is there maybe some lessons that you learned during these hikes and you want to compile it based on the lessons? That can sort of be your chapter headings. You can think about all of that once you have it all, just your ideas are out. Not that those won't change. You can, as you're putting it together, you may go back and edit those stories that you're going to share. You may decide to add or remove some details, whatever. But the idea is just to get those basics out of your head, out of your heart, and onto a piece of paper or digital paper somewhere, somehow. That's sort of a segue into, that's why a lot of people work with a book coach like me, because that can seem very daunting and very scary, and it's very nice to have a person holding your hand virtually and saying, hey, this is good, or this is what I would change, or whatever, and then helping you to get that all out of your head, out of your heart, onto the paper, and into an organized manuscript that you can then edit and publish, and all of those wonderful things that you have in your head for this book. So tell me what your big book idea is, and let's see how we can start to get those pieces of thoughts out of your head, out of your heart, and onto a paper somewhere, somehow. Throw it in the comments, send me a message, but let's see how we can start that process for your specific idea. Have an awesome Saturday, and we'll see you next week.